Hello, Life Groups. We are back with the third week of our baggage series, and this past weekend, Pastor Brant talked about past hurts and bitterness. And I think we can all understand that these past hurts come in a lot of different forms, and whether it's being betrayed or physical abuse, emotional abuse, manipulation, maybe you've been lied to or cheated, there are a myriad of things that can cause hurts and bitterness. But what do we do about those people who have hurt us? Because I think if we're honest with ourselves and honest with each other, it's really hard to forgive, and it's really hard to forgive when they aren't sorry. It's hard to forgive because the pain is deep, and it's hard to forgive when they hurt others that we love. Right? And those are justifiable reasons not to forgive someone. But when we look at the story of Joseph, Joseph was this golden child. His brothers resented him, and eventually they threw him in a well. They sold him to travelers heading to Egypt, and they even staged his death. But while Joseph was in Egypt, he worked his way up to managing all of Potiphar's business. And then later in the story, Potiphar's wife tries to have an affair with him, and because he refused and ran away, he was thrown into a dungeon and forgotten for years. One night, the king had a nightmare, and Joseph was able to interpret the dreams, and eventually, because of that, he became second in command of all of Egypt. And then a famine hits the whole Middle East, and Jacob, Joseph's dad, sends some of his brothers back to Egypt to buy grain. Joseph recognizes them, and what we see is this interaction and encounter and eventually reuniting between Joseph, his brothers, and his father. At the end of the story of Joseph, we see that Joseph realizes that God was using the pain for his purpose, and God can do the same with our pain as well. But the question that we have to answer is, are we willing to forgive past hurts against us? Understanding that doesn't mean that we just allow people to continue to hurt us, right? Boundaries are healthy and boundaries are important, but choosing forgiveness is a command and it honors God. And God can use our pain to accomplish His purpose. Enjoy your discussion today.